This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
What's up, everybody? It's another NFC show, and we are on our 81st show today. I tell you, we've been racking them up here. The other guys should be on here in just a moment. I know that they were running a little bit behind because we got a very weird time today, but we are checking it all out. Of course, we got the two guys here who was on the most watched game of probably the month. So far that happened on Christmas Eve. What's up, True?
Oh, trying to still deal with this weather that's been changing around Texas.
How cold is it down there now?
It's not too bad. It's probably in the 40s.
The 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about only like 30 here. So I mean, it's weird. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be like, I think it's Saturday. It's going to be 60 degrees.
Yeah, that's tomorrow for us.
So it's going to start picking back up again.
Yeah, it's saying it's 53 right now.
53 degrees. Yeah, I mean that's not so bad. I mean,
No.
Here is like only probably 23 degrees.
Yeah, no. It's better than Saturday was, I'll tell you that much.
Well, I can imagine. Saturday was a little chilly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, still tailgated though.
I know that you would. So my question was, how was the crowd down there? Obviously, it's the first year I haven't been there. I haven't been there with the game at a game with you. I think it's the first missed game between the two of us in like 9 games with the Eagles Cowboys. We were at 9 straight until this game.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good crowd. There was a lot of folks. I mean, I think AT&T estimated somewhere around 94,000 attended the game. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, lots of Eagles fans showing up. All in all, it was a good time.
All right, nice. I'm glad to hear that the Eagles fans did make it out there. You know what I mean? I know that there was a couple of my buddies that made it, but it was still, like I said, the crowd. You couldn't tell a lot of Eagles fans in the crowd, so they didn't really fan the crowd as much. I was surprised they didn't show you. They didn't really show any fans whatsoever.
Yeah, so, I was doing the walking around, hanging around the Miller Lite Club up top with the on the 3rd floor, just walking around seeing folks.
Gaia. See, you got all that prestige now since you were on TikTok with me. Now you're like TikTok famous. So So let me ask you this. I'll start with you since you guys won the game. What were your thoughts on the game?
Uh, well, it's going to come back down to the same scenario of bad officiating on both sides of the ball, and something really needs to be done. As far as the NFLPA is concerned, to get involved because these are hit and misses. It's like the referees are seeing some are missing a lot of them though. There were so many, again on both sides of the fence, lots of holds, you know, uh, roughing the passers. There wasn't too many of those. There was just a couple. But again, it's all about safety with the NFL, and you know, they're just not living up to it from my point of view.
Yeah. I felt like that for the last 2 weeks. I mentioned that the referees have their flags stitched in their pockets.
Yep.
They have not been throwing the flags much at all, which makes me believe that that came down from the league office. Like say, hey, why don't we let these guys play a little bit? This is the time where football's really gonna matter. You know what I mean? These are the games that are, you're
Yeah.
starting to, yeah, you separate now the teams that are and the teams that aren't and the teams that may be.
Yeah.
So
I can see that, but see, my issue is with the flagrant ones. It's the ones that are seen by everybody. That's where I have my issue with. And these referees, they may be doing that, holding the flags in, but they have to call these kind of penalties, these holding penalties that are impacting the game, from tackles. And I don't know, I don't know if you were looking at your offensive really close, but the from what I was seeing, the way that they were getting down, the guard was never set after he gave the motion to snap the ball, saying, "Hey, we're going around." They had that quick offense, right?
right.
And the guard was never set for the Eagles. That was something that was playing. I know they didn't want to let the defense get in rhythm there, but if you go back and look at the film, it was just too obvious. The guy's still moving, getting to the ground, and the ball's being snapped. And I'm pretty sure that was to quell the crowd, but that's something that the referees were missing a lot of.
Well, I don't think the referee is going to ever call that.
No, I
Especially,
don't need.
yeah, especially since they're always going to be. I tell you, they showed really well the goal line quarterback sneak, and I tell you, it looked like everybody was offsides. Like they looked like the whole line on
Yeah,
both sides were offsides,
yeah.
and it was. I'm like, so obviously you can't call it. I mean,
No, not
because
with both teams.
the referee's like, okay, can he see the tip of the ball? That's really what he's going to go off of.
Yeah,
And I tell you, that view, that one view, because I know what was it? Lawrence was saying, "Hey, listen, bring it. We know you're about to do the quarterback sneak. Bring it." And we brought it, and we made it, and it's. I tell you, it's almost impossible to stop that. It's
yeah.
almost impossible to stop it. I tell you, it's been uh, interesting because we are so low to the ground. It's
It's a
just like
scrum.
it's just and it just the push is just too strong because of our offensive line being too good. You know what I mean? And
Well,
I know that you.
the thing is about that too, with the ball being hidden and everything else. Where does the ball, where does the ball lay, and where's the play stop? It's always one of those. Let's get to the bottom of the pile, and we'll see from there. But this is something where I think the rules need to be changed a little bit. Not the rules. I'm going to say the technology needs to be changed a little bit. This ball
Yeah,
being chipped needs to be chipped. I know it's a game of inches. Remember, it's a game of inches. But these guys extending the ball when they should be to try and get that first down, and
so
then
and I was thinking about that for a minute, and the problem becomes is how do you chip the ball so that you could tell when the nose of the football crosses the plane. Because the hard part about that is that if the chip is inside the ball, how is it going to tell when the outside of the ball, because the chip's going to be inside the ball and it's going to have a certain level, but there's going to be, I mean, there's that much leather. I mean, there's probably that much
Oh,
leather.
yeah, it wouldn't matter.
You know,
That type of technology is there already, and the goal line is where the other part lays at. You don't have to lay it down on the whole line, but it's just like a dog fence. A dog. There's nothing there except 2 points. If he gets past it, it's going to be shot. Same thing with an RFID football. It just needs to be chipped so that we can know where the ball lays. And I mean, these guys are already chipped anyways. You look at how you can see the routes, you can see everything from a game day version. I mean, that's how they got the technology. Now it's time to just chip the ball.
well, I mean, like I said, it's that was like that's the one thing that I have a question about when you have that type of situation. Other than that, I mean, I don't think they're going to chip the ball. There's
Yeah,
no,
I don't either.
yeah, there's no way that they're going to really be able to do
It's
that.
just wishful thinking.
And also, I also believe that the way that they have that technology with that camera right above, they could have that camera literally right on top.
Oh yeah,
So,
there's a lot of opportunities for these guys to place more cameras, but then you're giving away more than I guess that they want. I don't know what it is, but I mean everybody can see what's going on, so I don't know what they could be possibly giving away.
well, I hear that, but so what did you think? Like, what did you think beyond the penalties and all that other stuff that you know
I thought it was a
about
really great game. I thought both defenses showed up. They showed up, but the offenses played so well together. You had Dak go 10 points down from the very get go, the field goal, and then the pass,
pick six?
the interception, the pick six that just turned that game around. But for Dak Prescott to come back, persevere the way he did, it showed me more about him than it did the rest of what the Cowboys are trying to establish, which is trying to win.
Well, so you heard Michael Irvin say, "Oh, we put a 40 burger on that defense." Like they're talking like an ass. I mean, it's like no, whatever. Like that, like it was the big thing. And you're saying that the defenses showed up. I actually think our defensive coordinator called a very bad game. Like he actually had something in his head. And then the problem was is that the moment that Avante Maddox got the I think it's a turf toe is what he's got. Like, he's got a real bad turf toe because you could tell when they did that flea flicker, which is
Yeah,
the weirdest call ever. That I'm like, why do a flea flicker there? All
yeah,
right, whatever. So and then he got that, and you could tell like his foot got caught in that turf, and it was just it bent is the shoe bent in a funny way. I'm like, that's going to be a I knew right away it was going to be a turf toe. You know what I mean?
yeah. I just from when I'm saying good defense, I'm not saying that these guys were knocking each other out, but what it was that they were just playing good coverages all the way around. And Bland, our rookie cornerback, who just got who got the starting job this week, had another interception, and it was just number 5.
Look at that. That's a hat. It is definitely a hat.
Yes, it is.
So
Yeah, but Bland going on defensive back, I thought he was really impressive for the rookie, with that interception. And I mean, offenses, we won't know until we get into the postseason. Everything's going to change in the postseason, from the play calling to the defensive schemes, all the way around.
well, I agree with that. Like I said, I felt that first off that 3rd and 30. I'll start with that play specifically. That 3rd and 30 should have been a cover 4. No need for it to be a cover 2. You know what I mean? This was one of those times where I almost wish that we had our old defensive coordinator because he'd have put everybody right there on that first down marker. It says make sure they don't get past it. Now, half the time they'd still get past it, but that's still the thing. Uh, Also, I would say that Slay did not have a good game, in
No, he
general.
didn't. And it's funny that you mentioned the cover. all week I've been hearing that they were playing cover 3 in that, and I said, "What game are they watching?"
No,
They
it
were
was
trying
all
to.
cover 2.
Oh, I know they were trying to. They're placing blame everywhere except where the coverage was at, and they were calling the wrong coverage on all sports shows this week. I'm like, "What game are y'all looking at?" And it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, Diggs got burned too. He bit on the pump. He bit, and you saw the play. Brown
Yep.
got it, ran right in. So, I mean, it was on both sides.
Yeah, I just and not only that, and Quez Watkins on that second interception. That was where I wish. Yeah, I'm not even gonna quote on that there, Smith. That guy's an ass and doesn't require any type of acknowledgement from this show
Nope.
whatsoever. So uh, that being said, that second interception where he kind of jumped over Quez Watkins, that was a simultaneous catch. Now, the moment it became it wasn't no longer a simultaneous catch is the moment that Quez Watkins took his hands off the ball.
Yep.
All he would have had to do, even if it was in that guy's chest, because his hands were on the ball, had he kept his hands on the ball, a simultaneous catch goes to the receiver, doesn't go to the defender. And it doesn't
Correct.
matter if that defender's got it wrapped up in his hands, his legs, like he's in a fetal position around that ball. As long as the receiver's hands are around the ball, that is a simultaneous catch. You got to know those rules. You got to know those rules.
And, and that comes down to coaching. It comes down to coaching, and it just who wants it more. And
Right.
that's the thing. Again, here we are going back to a play that includes coaching. But what do we know of this man?
So, in other games, a game that wasn't as watched as much, except maybe by our pig head over here. You guys went up against the 49ers,
and got beat pretty bad. Yeah.
I wouldn't say pretty bad. I mean, they did score some points on you. They did get around that defense, which surprised me some. I thought that you guys would be able to get after Brock.
Well, I mean, Cam Curl being out, that definitely hurt our defensive backs. I mean, that's how Kettle got past our safeties quite a few times. Yeah, I mean, we really did not get after Purdy that often. I think we might have gotten 1, maybe 2 sacks. It was pretty ugly. And then offensive play calling, once again, we're good between the 20s, and then you get inside that 20, play calling just becomes predictable.
Well, you also got to give it to Purdy. Apparently, he's the best next thing to Brady since coming out as Mr. Irrelevant. So at least that's what everyone says in the sports world.
That's what they say, right? I mean, he did look good.
He played well.
We made him look good.
Well, and that was kind of it. It's like how at what point is it no longer him? It's like everybody's. Yeah. How come we can't figure this guy out? He's a rookie.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. 2 games
sure,
in, I think he's going to be figured out.
Wild card weekend, he'll be figured out.
Oh, easy.
Well, I mean, it could very well. Well, it depends because you guys are still right now holding the spot, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
right at this moment, you guys are still that tie actually comes into play.
Avery, so it would be us versus Minnesota if the season were to end, if playoffs were to start today.
And the most interesting thing is that if all you and Washington and the New York Giants need to do is win, and y'all both clinch.
Yep.
Both teams clinch, and that would mean all 4 NFC teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
Right. You guys got to win one game. You guys just have to win one game.
If they win, if both teams win each this next coming game, they clinch.
I don't. We have to have. If we win, we have to have Seattle and
Nope. All you have to do is win.
No, I
it's
don't
not
think
what
so. I think
I
Green Bay
don't
still
think
got
so
a
either.
chance.
Nope.
No,
It
'cause
was
we
on
only
on
have-
NFL this morning. All they have to do is just win this next game, and they clinch.
See, I read that if we win and Green Bay ties, or Green Bay ties or loses, and Detroit loses, and Seahawks lose, then we're
Nope.
good.
That tie helped you guys out tremendously from NFL.
The tie acts as a win with you guys right now.
Yep, exactly right. So you win this next game, and the Giants win this next game, you guys both clinch.
Oh,
So let's see
Just
how.
because of that tie.
gotcha.
And I got that from the NFL.com site. So.
Okay. Yeah, because I read something differently, but hey,
Yeah, you know why?
mean-
Because all the Packers, the Lions, and the Seahawks with a win would then go to 500. If you
Correct.
guys win, no, that's not true because 8-7-1, they could go 8-8-1, and you could have a 9-8 team, and that tie is not going to. Yeah, Washington can't clinch. New York, the Giants can clinch.
the Giants can't clinch.
The Giants can clinch with a win or a tie, even. The Commanders have to win
Correct.
and need a loss by all three of those teams: the Seahawks, the Lions, and the Packers.
Clinch, yes.
So just
Yeah,
win.
'cause
Just yell at them and tell them to win.
yeah, 8-7-1. But then if any one of those teams win, they're all 8-8. You could be 8-8-1, and somebody be 9-8. 9-8 beats 8-8-1.
Yeah.
So that's where the tie would hurt you then. But right
Yeah,
now the
that's
tie
what I'm
acts
saying.
as a win.
Yeah.
So and the Packers are look at Aaron Rodgers coming out of nowhere and trying to
Well,
and depending on
that
how
was
you guys
more-
play.
I think that was more about the Miami's weakness or not weakness. I would say the turnovers, 3 turnovers.
But yeah.
Well, how about
Three
that? And how
series in a
about
row.
yeah? But how about the? They're saying that he had a concussion.
Yep.
You know, it's that
Who
he
did?
went from Tua.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they showed the play where he got hit in the head again,
Yep.
and
Shoestring tackle.
after that, he was just terrible. He was just terrible.
Yep. He should have been taken out of the game. And it was a shoestring tackle, him turning around and falling flat on his head. And I mean, you
Yeah.
wouldn't tell it. But
Yeah, he hit
after
the back
seeing
of
it-
his head too.
Yep. And that's
So-
the thing is that
Wow.
these coaches, I don't understand how these coaches aren't picking up on signals. And as
Well,
a
how
player,
about the Patriots? Nelson Aguilar having to stop
yeah.
the play because the guy he was like, yo. This guy is hurt here. He's got to,
Yep.
he's just because they showed the play, he stumbled, and
Yep.
then just trying to get back into the play of things. He's like, no, go back. Like, what do you? You could tell. He could just tell. He was like, and
Yeah.
that was the end of that.
Yeah, and you would think that the NFL would have somebody in place just looking at that from take it away from the teams. Just say, hey, let's get somebody in there just to focus in on that. Wouldn't be hard.
Well, I've seen that happen this year where they've called a timeout and they've made a call down to the referee and then they stopped the play and they pulled that player off the field.
Yeah.
So there is somebody that's watching upstairs, but
Well, the other one that I find interesting is this Mac Jones incident that on the pick 6 return, him chopping the knees of a defenseless player, I should say, when the guy was already 10 yards in front of him, no need to do it. And it's stuff like that they're talking about a week game suspension
For Mac Jones.
Yeah, for Mac Jones.
Yeah, and I'd be willing to bet that was probably a anger from the
interception
game before, where he got the whole, he got posterized. He got posterized on that.
Yeah,
but
planted into the ground.
for him to do what he did, and again, you hear his you hear his apology or he didn't mean to do that or anything else. The way he condoned himself in that interception just said more about him than it did the interception.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too pleased with that, and as the NFL's not pleased because you're going after a defensive player's knees and cutting them. So it is what it is, and we'll see what happens after this week.
There you go. So, and then of course, don't know where Sneaky's at. I know he got the message. I spoke with him. He swore to me he'd be here. So let's talk about the Giants. They suck. All right, there we go. Enough said about the Giants.
Good enough.
Yeah, so it's like, but obviously they did have a game this week too, and actually I thought played a pretty good game.
Up until
how lucky does the team have to be to win like 4 games in a row with a last-second field goal?
Yes, Minnesota. Yeah, what is that, number 8 for them? 8 or 9 this season?
Something like that.
Yeah, where they have a 1-score difference within the.
It's been 9 games, or 11 games. 11 games.
11 games. Yeah, within 1 score. Yep.
And that's.
11
but I mean, the last 4 games were game-winning field goals.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, I almost felt a little bit bad for Sneaky, just because I thought that they played well enough to win. They just didn't.
Oh, they did play enough to win, but it's but not enough to finish. That's the problem. I don't understand how this quarterback, you just let him run wild like that. I mean, if this guy's my quarterback, you're not. I don't know, man. Running quarterbacks just scare me, and not in a good way, like injury wise. And this kid Jones, the way he's just running and throwing his body, that tells me he wants to win. But what does it tell you about the rest of the organization?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's trying to do everything he can to make sure he has a job next year.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to be back with the Giants.
No, I don't think so either. No. I think he'll be a backup.
Yeah.
Or I mean, so I with everything that's going on the other side of the stadium with the Jets, I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe go there, or see Gardner Minshew go there. I don't see that the Jets are going to take another quarterback. I think they're going to try to go with another guy who's already established in the NFL.
Well, this year's draft coming up, there's the quarterback position is deep. I think that they've got enough talent in the college this year that I'm thinking there's 10 quarterbacks this year that could be taken, in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're the Jets, or do you want to try to take another quarterback again? I mean,
well,
this would be number 3.
Yeah, that's the problem here. I think that you've learned that your quarterbacks are not doing their job at all. Everyone that you pick. So you gotta do something better.
The Jets have a new organization, don't they, within the GM and the staff?
Well, the GM is Douglas, and since Gase has been gone, he's been better with the picks. Now, he may wind up living and dying by, what's his face? And I think he's got to go. I think their quarterback right now has absolutely got to go. He can't stay there anymore.
Yeah.
Because I feel that his welcome is worn out in New York.
Oh, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, there's no way around it. When you even after buying gifts for Christmas for all his linemen.
Well, he had to make it up somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not all of that. All that being said, he's not He's not going to be in
Yeah.
New York much longer, you know.
No, I don't
And
think
then
so.
White got cleared to play. Is he going to play this week? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because that's the other thing. Is there even
I think there's still a chance for them as well.
well,
Believe it.
since the Dolphins are having a hard time, the Chargers clinched last night.
Yep.
Right.
So that just leaves the Dolphins left. So it's the Dolphins at 8-7, the Patriots and the Jets, the Titans, who are right now
Yeah, the
the
South.
Jaguars. The Jaguars are, but the Titans, from what I'm told, are going to be sitting everybody at
The
for your
Cowboys.
game
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Derrick
Thursday.
Henry's not playing. Yeah.
That they are taking this like a bye because they know that the next game against the Jags is the game for all the marbles.
Game 4. Yep.
I mean, they have the same record, don't they? Currently.
They do. They do. But the winner of that game, that's going to be a win and in, and it doesn't matter what happens this week.
Wow, I didn't know that part.
So, because that'll be the game that probably gets flexed, unless, again, Washington loses this week, and both the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers win. And then I'd be nervous about on that Sunday, because if you guys lose this week, actually, if Washington loses this week and both the Packers and the Lions win, I think that eliminates you from the playoffs because they become a win and in situation. I'm not 100% certain on that, but
And
at
the last thing
7-8-1, and they are both 8-8, and they play each other.
And the last thing I want is our last game to get flexed for Washington Dallas on week 18.
No. Washington has no chance to get flexed. Your game has no chance to get flexed.
Good.
Just like if the Giants win today or win this weekend and the Eagles win this weekend, that becomes the most unwatched game ever. Because it's no point in having that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't want another flex game because I didn't get home till 4 a.m. and had to go straight to work. So yeah, that is not fun. So
that's why that separates the men from the boys.
The Piggly Wigglies.
As he's frozen up there on the screen, all I see is
it's the look of amazement. He's all like.
Yeah, exactly. He's the look of sadness.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And like I said, and who does Washington play this week?
We got the Browns this week.
Oof. And the Browns have been knocked out, so it's going to be interesting to see what they got going on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who we start as quarterback too.
Yeah, are you guys playing at home or are y'all playing away?
Yeah, our last two home game are home games. So,
okay.
So I mean, we're set up for a perfect scenario. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm definitely not making this game now to Tennessee thanks to Southwest.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Southwest.
I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we're not going to be able to get you. We had to rebook everything that's held over.
And does anybody even know what's going on with Southwest?
I don't. I just know all the delays. But the thing is that they booted everybody that was scheduled.
80% of their flights. 80% of their flights.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't ever fly Southwest unless I absolutely must have to do so. But
I fly Southwest majority of the time, and I never have any problems.
I don't either, especially to Nashville. I got a direct flight. That's the reason I take them. Mm-hmm. So they said, nope, we can't get you there Thursday. So I was like,
and I don't know. I don't know if he's a watcher of this show, but don't we have a friend, or really don't you have a friend who's a Delta guy?
Well, Yeah. But the thing is, going that route is I looked at that too, and nothing was available because Southwest was rebooking everybody.
Yeah. So everybody's looking elsewhere too.
Yeah.
Got ya.
Is Nicole still stuck in Arizona?
I from what last night she still was. So
Wow.
Crazy.
I mean, is
Yeah.
Southwest putting some of these people up?
Oh yeah, they're putting them up. They're putting them on different planes.
I mean, what did
They're
they
doing
run out of
everything.
fuel for like nationwide?
No, I don't think that. I think it was the Midwest that in the Northwest, Northeast that just jammed everything up. I'm not too certain, but
I don't know. It seems like very odd. I mean, they showed something on the news where they had just rows and rows and rows and rows of bags. Didn't say no hide or hair of where anything was. Like,
yep,
hey, there's all the bags. Go find it.
yep. Yeah, so
All right.
I did look at different airlines and everything else to try and get a last minute flight. There was no way I was paying those prices.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame
Hey,
you.
there's Greyhound.
There's also my truck.
Yeah. Well, the truck would be better, I would think.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
but 20 hours driving there and then 20 hours back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's
And
not
it's on
fun.
a Thursday, so I'd have to leave a Wednesday and then come back. I'd probably be home Saturday.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, I mean, that's yeah. You could miss a game. It'll be all right.
Yep.
Yeah, especially this game. It's like literally they're not going to be playing anybody. They're literally not playing
Take a
anybody.
train. I like Blake. Blake's over here saying, "Take a train." Nothing out of Texas out there.
I got a white girl anthem here in the bar, so I got a whole bunch of white girls singing down there.
Nice. What are they singing?
Hold on by
Journey.
yeah, that's I don't know, the sisters, I think it is. Anyways, Amtrak.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Amtrak. Take a train. Amtrak is safer.
No, not today, buddy.
So, all right, let's talk about the games coming up. Obviously, the Colts are going to be going up against the Giants in New York. The Colts have definitely. I mean, first off, Saturday doesn't come back, right?
I don't think so.
No.
He's probably gonna be in the mix of who's hiring process, but I doubt it. And looking at the stats, showing since that debacle against Minnesota, they've only scored 9 points.
Yeah. I don't say he comes back.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, well, I think he's done a horrible job. I mean, that's what happens when you're not a coach.
Yep.
So, but
well, the thing is, yeah, he's had, and the worst part is he had the leads. He just didn't hold on to them.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. So I don't know if we can really say it's part of his coaching.
yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think he's he's saying that he's tanking them. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
And it would be easier for that to happen than an established coach. Maybe that was the scheme the whole time.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, I understand everybody wants to win, but yep, I'm with Joe there as well. You have to blame the team. You've given it up, and I mean, when you're up the way that they were in several games, and then lose it the way they lose it's just heartbreaking for the head coach. I mean, the team is the one that ultimately let them down. So, but if the Giants are playing the Colts, I'm going to take the Giants in that one. Take better.
Yeah, if the Colts beat them, then I am then thinking that the Giants don't make the playoffs.
No. No, I'm there with you. I just couldn't see them. I mean, you've got a healthy team, you've got a healthy quarterback. It's I just couldn't see them losing to the Colts. Not at home.
Yeah, I don't see them losing at home against the Colts. I think they win and clinch. I think they win pretty handily too.
Yeah,
I don't
think
they win. Yeah, I don't think they win handily, but I think they do win.
Yeah, and I think they win handily. Although, if they keep Nick Foles as the quarterback,
yeah, you never know.
BDN knows how to beat the Giants. But that, like I said, that's an over under a 39.5, and it's a -5 by the Giants. I'm surprised it's not more, but I think the Giants win this game as well. And I really want to see all of the NFC East in the playoffs. I think that's one, it'll make for a really good show next week or 2 weeks, and two, I think the best division in football should be the first division to get every team in the playoffs ever.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can do it.
So, which brings us to the Washington Wentzes versus the Cleveland Browns. Is Wentz going to be the starting quarterback this week?
Yes. $1 million question. We'll find out. I don't think Ron said anything yet, so we'll see.
I think it's a $27 million question, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. God.
What is it? Is it like he gets $27 million if they play?
No, that's what his contract was.
That's what his contract is, regardless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going to get paid that anyway, so it doesn't matter whether he's in or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Who are they playing? The Browns?
The Browns. Yeah. And over under is 40.5, and it's a -2, which makes me believe that they believe the Browns could be the upset.
Well, yeah, you got a fresh quarterback, Deshaun Watson, coming into town.
Deshaun really hasn't shown much, but then again, he'll probably have the best game of his season against us. So
what's going to be the first thing the fans of that stadium are going to say to him?
I don't know. I would send over a couple of massage girls over to his hotel.
Oh, you got to carry a sign in there.
Yeah, bring a massage table in. That's what you should wear there. Yeah, wear like one of those massage table things on your head.
Where my head's cut out. Yep.
I don't know. I that's going to be a tough one, but I think Washington's going to want it more. And you said it's 3.5 under.
2.
3 under.
Oh, third.
It's -2 and 40.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down. I think this is going to come down to a field goal. So I would take Washington in this one at home against the Browns.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 20-17 Washington win. I'm hoping.
Hey, listen, you guys winning. Like I said, this is one of these situations where the Packers are playing the Vikings. If they beat the Vikings and the Colts beat the Giants, or not the Colts beat the Giants, the the Lions beat the Bears, and you guys lose, that Packers-Lions game is a win and in. That actually knocks you guys out of the playoffs. So that's why you guys have to win this game. But I wouldn't be surprised, that referees feel one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know, man. I could say they feel more one way than another, but
if the referees, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Did I send you that video, Philly, of that ref blocking that guy from the Vikings?
No.
Oh, whoa! Then wait till you go see that one. I think I have it here. I don't remember, but the Vikings during the Vikings game, the referee is running parallel. He's got a few steps on the cornerback, and then he lowers his shoulder and throws it into the Minnesota Vikings cornerback, and then the opposing team catches the ball in the end zone and scores. But what makes it look even weirder is the fact that the referee, after hitting him with the shoulder, lays down flat on the floor like if he closes his eyes, it'll all go away. Because it was just, it was a, I don't know, man.
Who was that against?
Oh, it was Minnesota and Chicago, or
how long ago?
This was just like 4 weeks ago when they played. It was in the Minnesota Vikings stadium.
Okay, because that happened twice against Minnesota then, because when we played them, Heineke threw in triple coverage. Well, it was in Washington, though.
This was
you said that was in Minnesota?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. So, no, it's crazy. This happened to the Vikings defense, but Heineke threw a ball to Curtis Samuel in triple coverage, and it should have been picked off, but magically the referee got in the way.
Yeah, then that's the game. It's not magically. Then that has to be the game where he lowers his shoulder and puts it in the chest of the cornerback. Go back and look at that footage.
That's interesting.
It's not like a referee running up and ducking for cover. He legitimately plants the leg, turns the head, puts the shoulder, and goes into the.
This might be something else, because this guy was backpedaling and kind of fell backwards.
No.
Yeah, it's just crazy that it happened a minute.
He's running parallel and just gets sideways and puts the shoulder down. I'll send it to you guys.
That's funny.
I think I recorded it.
That's crazy that's the second time it's happened in Minnesota, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that's again, it doesn't surprise me because, like I said, to end the last 4 games in a row with a game-winning field goal is not luck. That's not luck.
Well, there's another person that just got investigated and suspended, and that's Miles Austin. He just got suspended from the team for gambling. So
yeah,
that was the Jets guy, right?
Yep. The cards are
Jets,
starting to come down on these players, making bets, and you can deny it. You can say, "Well, it wasn't me," but that's where I knew that this was going to go down this path with the gambling, with them legalizing the gambling. It's so hard for a fan to be sitting there and you questioning, the Minnesota last 4 games just says more about, what we've been talking about for this year is the gambling. How much is it affecting the play calling, or not the play calling, the rules on the field?
Man,
because you look at your wide receiver in the end zone being held, my guy being held, your guy being held, everybody. It's the point. I go back to the Giants games. We're winning. There's only 40 seconds left, and they're driving down the field to make sure that they cover. It's like, what? There's 40 seconds left. There's no way you're going to win this game. You're willing to risk an injury so that you can score a touchdown when it means nothing.
Yep.
So I don't know, but that's just me.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel away too. True.
Well, the NFL is for entertainment purposes.
Yep.
So, hey, real quick, since I just got reminded by my girl here, Natalie, saying that there is a game happening on Thursday, even though that it's not going to matter the lick to anybody, except maybe the Cowboys. If the Cowboys win that game and win out, and the Eagles happen to lose the next 2 games, there is a possibility that the Cowboys could win the division and the number 1 seed. So
yeah, I think the Cowboys are gonna go into this game and they're gonna, for whatever it may be, they're gonna show what they have. But if you're saying that there's gonna be no starters for the Titans,
That's that's what I have overheard.
Yeah,
And when I spoke to a Titans fan, they said that that's what's happening. That they are going to take this like at this like a bye
yeah.
and bring everybody, make everybody rest up for this playoff push.
Yeah, I did see today that Derrick Henry was going to be out. So, and I mean,
Wow.
we already knew Ryan Tannehill was going to be out with that ankle injury. So,
Yep. Yeah, I had no idea about any of that on the Titans side. So
yeah.
with all the changes within the organization as well, I mean, they did release their GM. So yeah, I could see what they're doing. They're resting their players and everything else, trying to get them healthy. But if they're saving them for that last game, so I'm of course going to take the Cowboys. I'm going to take them by 12.
Or by 26, because like I said, if it's
I'll
literally,
Yeah.
well, my thought is that Dak won't play
Third quarter.
the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Cooper coming in.
And Cooper throws for 3 more touchdowns.
It's the
Something
red
like
hair.
that. And then last, it's I didn't mean it for it to be last, but it's going to be last now, anyways. The Saints versus the Eagles.
Oof.
The Eagles are a 7-point favorite. Over under is 44.
Wow.
Is it in Philly?
It's in Philly.
Okay.
I you've got two on your injury report. Your quarterback and now Johnson, is that his name? Anderson?
Lane Johnson's out.
Lane Johnson?
Also, Avante Maddox is out, he's a starting cornerback. So
Yeah, I can see the Saints going up there to try and make a game, being with the NFC South sitting where it's at. Depending on which quarterback can be playing for you guys. I mean, I don't know who's going to be playing.
So I don't know yet, and they're being kind of hush hush about it. My expectation is that they are going to play Hurts this week. And the reason why I think that they're going to play Hurts this week is to sit him next week, so that if he doesn't play this week and they win, they're not going to play him the following week.
Yeah,
and then that means he sits for 5 weeks, and I don't like that idea either. So
yeah.
I would much rather play Jalen this week if he's able to go.
If
play
he's
him this
healthy
week.
enough.
Yeah. If I don't want him to get hurt. But if he's at 90-95%, play him, and then just get a big enough lead so that you can sit him in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think the mess that the Saints are in, they're going to want to play. And you know those guys.
So they want to play for a couple of different reasons. One, they're still in the mix, actually.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because what'll happen is that if the Panthers beat the Buccaneers, everybody would be 7-9, and that's if the Saints win. But secondly, if the Saints beat the Eagles, that again elevates their draft pick.
Yep.
Like I said, I have this weird premonition that the Saints are going to win the division at 7-10. At 7-10.
Don't they play the Bucs last game?
Saints, I think, do.
Yeah,
they might.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot more in this game for the Saints than any game this week that we have.
Yep.
Right. So, but I mean, do I think that if Jalen Hurts plays, there's no chance they win?
Right.
If plus the Saints are much better at home. On the road, they are they stink. And it's supposed to be wet and rainy and 60 degrees. So it's supposed to be like warm, and then all of a sudden it's supposed to have some cold front come in, like right around game time. So it's going to start getting cold after being rainy and stuff. So
no bueno.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I got the Eagles winning that game.
How are you gonna eat
Yeah.
that cheesesteak when it's so cold?
I you can eat a cheesesteak at any time. Cold, hot, it don't matter. So
Still one
but
of the best cheesesteaks I've ever had.
there you go. I know. And that was from Philadelphia Cheesesteak Company right there at the link.
Yep.
It really was a good cheesesteak too. It
It,
really is a
it
good cheesesteak.
was.
So but
Yeah,
anyways,
I can see the Saints giving you guys a run for your money in the NFL, but I still have the Eagles going to try and clinch this thing this week.
yeah, and I think they
Or
clinched
not
the home
clinch, but
field.
seal the deal.
Yeah, they clinched the home field. We
Yeah.
knocked the Saints out of the playoffs, and ultimately get the number 7 pick or 8 pick in the draft.
There you go.
But
Did
anyways,
we talk about the Giants?
we did talk about the Giants.
We
They
did.
stink.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was
The
thinking.
Giants are playing the Browns. Since Sneaky
Oh.
added so much to the show, he swore to me he was going to be here, swore to me up and down. Sneaky, when you watch this show, you'll know I'm calling you out because this is the 3rd week in a row you ain't been here. And you're healthy now. You're a healthy scratch here. So, but
Oh.
everybody, thank you very much for hanging with us today. We will be back again next week. Maybe all 4 of us will be here. We'll see what is going on. Maybe everybody will still be in the playoff picture. Maybe everybody won't be in the playoff picture.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. And but everybody, again, thank you very much. And as always, go Birds!
How about the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go Hawks.
And the sneakers not